What's up, guys? Sensei-tutum here with another video for you. We're doing that intro because it's an interesting video, sort of a happy video, sort of a sad video, mostly a happy video. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet, but I'm just going to talk. There's no reason to try to script this. If you hadn't heard or noticed, I left TradeDevils. And also, if it wasn't obvious in the intro to this video, we've started our own brand. And I say we because I've started with some incredible partners that I'm super excited to tell you about. But first, let's talk about TradeDevils. I was there, joined as a member in 2017, I believe the first year that it was formed. Quickly rose to the status of sensei as an employee there, where I continued my growth, personal growth and development as an analyst and a trader. And I did everything and more that was asked of me in the, for almost 5 years that I worked there, February 2018 till, October 2022. And it was a great time in my life. I take so much pride and joy in all of the people that I've helped along the way, so many good traders and analysts that I've helped develop, and all the relationships that I made. And I'm going to miss that a lot because every time something great in life ends, something new begins, but it's a little melancholy at the same time. And I want you to say that, I'm eternally grateful to Sam over there. I wouldn't be where I am without him. Certainly. And so nothing I say going forward is a slight against him. So please don't take anything against him. But in the time that I've been there, I've become, I have the certification to prove it. But to me, that is honestly, I always say, that's like, that gets you into being like a grad student. And then you got to go and get your doctorate and then get into the world and really practice this theory. So I feel like I've really developed into one of the, world-leading analysts and teachers at this theory. And, you're never going to sort of get that recognition if you're under the shadow of such a legend, right? So that's one thing that has always been, not always, but more recently, I've been self-conscious about that, right? So, I feel like I can stand on my own 2 feet, and my partners feel the same way. They're amazing. So we have a great team, but we're all shoulder to shoulder. But we're all, a little younger, we're all in our 30s. Okay. So none of us have 30 years experience, but combined, you got plenty of decades in there. Okay. And you got plenty of success and you got plenty of documented success. So it's going to be really exciting. And another thing is that, not just that wanting to get up out under the shadow, but also I want to do things a little differently. It's never been, I was never in a place that was my own. I had a voice, but I didn't have an equal partner voice. And, the atmosphere that we're coming from in that realm, TDU, is more university, right? We're looking to do something a little bit quite different. I'd say quite different. Sure, there's still an educational component to what we're going to do. In fact, I don't know if you guys realize this, but over a year ago, Vimeo kind of broke, which is what we would use to have our educational videos not pirated over there. And, I didn't like that. So I've been holding back on a lot of educational content, and I've got tons and tons coming down the pipe. Just a little quick, I didn't think I was going to do this, but let me see. Let's see what my list are. Let's see. How I use volume, revisited, personal trade reviews of my own, trade reviews of yours, couple series, and then like that list is so long, I don't even want to go into it, but how to pick pivots, because that's a big way that I trade, how to use bias properly, the biggest strength of Elliott wave theory, the one key video just on that. And, I won't go into what that is now. I've got, a whole thing called the Elliott Files series, because I've gone through and I'm still doing it. I can't stop. I can't put them down. I keep reading all of the Elliott wave books, right? And Elliott Ralph Nelson Elliott books. And I've basically got a couple different, what I would say are going to be courses that I want to do on those. I've got years of content, but there's some things that, let's say, EWI has sort of shrugged off that Elliott focused on. Where did Elliott make his money in the markets? So I call it I've got it as the Elliott Files series. And then I've got another series I want to do called Grassroots Elliott. I mean, there's just, I want to do an advanced applied series. I did an applied series at TradeDevils a couple years ago that was, pretty freaking, probably the highest, it's the highest level video training content that I've ever seen in Elliott Wave. I'd like to take it a step above that, redo that as well. So there's a ton of education that I do want to provide. However, it's not going to be that university sort of thing. We want to teach, but really this is on the job training. We want to get your feet wet in the markets. We want to teach you how to trade live. And it's not just Elliott Wave. We have a great team of guys that do a lot. All of us know Elliott Wave, but some of us don't even really use it in our trading at all. And in fact, our first, might as well go through my partners. My first partner, Monty Crypto, he's developed his own analysis. He calls it Monty Magic. He's bringing that here. He's going to teach you how to use it in the markets. Amazing trader. I always like to say I never come up with my own stuff, although that's a whole nother series I'm going to do is my little tiny tweaks to Elliott Wave, my own personal. But I always like to say I don't come up with my own stuff. I'm not smart enough. Well, this dude was, and it's well documented. He kills it. Sensei Hove, he was at TradeDevils with us for a while. He left. He's been doing his own thing. I almost left at the time when he did to go with him. Great friend, great analyst. So happy to work with him. Rixus86. He joined TradeDevils the same time I did. He's only been a sensei since this year, but this dude is at least as knowledgeable in Elliott Wave as myself, but he doesn't even really use it in trading. In fact, he uses market geometry to use highly leveraged situations on very low time frame. Something super cool that he can teach you guys how to do. And another former member of TradeDevils, Mecca Tataku. Sorry, that's a hard one to say. We just call him Mecca. But this dude, I don't want to speak out of bounds, but I want to basically say he learned Elliott Wave from me. So the man practices the cleanest of clean Elliott. I mean, he's just as good as myself. You see a chart from him, it's at least as good as something I would do. And the man makes money using this theory, and that's what we want to help you do. So I'm super stoked. I don't want to make this video too long, but yeah, stay tuned. Transform Trading. We're gonna have a website up. It'll be in the description, all that stuff. It's it's gonna be great. So I'm just super happy to announce that basically the boys are back together. All right, toot out.